Hey everyone, it's Emily from 95.3 Fresh FM in Hamilton, and I'm here at Chorus headquarters today in Toronto with a very special guest in the studio. Avril Lavigne is here. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. I want to start off by saying I absolutely love your new song, Here's to Never Growing Up. It's really fun. It's got a great beat, and it's perfect for summer.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you like it. I'm excited about it because, it does have a summer feel to it, and it's fun. It's just about being young forever and never wanting to grow up and just like live it in the moment. And that's definitely how I like to be.
Yeah, definitely. And you wrote the song with someone pretty special, didn't you?
Yeah. Chad's a co-writer on the song. We wrote it with also Martin Johnson from the band Boys Like Girls and a couple other guys. So when we went to the studio, we were all writing. I was like, I want to write something really fun. And so we just sat around in a songwriting circle and had a good time and wrote a song about never wanting to grow up.
It's a great song. It's got a great message. And it's obviously, as you mentioned, about never wanting to grow up and staying forever young at heart. I feel like you've sort of always been that way with that kind of mindset, which is great. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's important for other people to incorporate that sort of way of thinking into their own lives? Do you think more people should be that way?
I think, like, for me, I'm a young, free spirit, and like I work hard, but I also like to not take things too seriously. And really, like, coming back to the song, it's just about, like, it doesn't matter what age you are, and it's all about your state of mind. So I think a lot of times it's an approach, it's one thing, and I think it's positive.
Yeah, you're never too old to have a good time, right?
Right.
Well, if it's important for you to live that sort of lifestyle, is it also important for you to spend your life with somebody who has that same mindset? So in other words, is Chad that way?
Yeah, we're a lot alike in many ways. Like we bonded over music, and we have the same lifestyle, and we both go on tour and write songs, and he's a lot of fun. He's super funny. Like, I remember the first day we met in the studio, he had me like laughing so hard, like every day. So he likes to have a good time.
Tell me a little bit more about the new album. It's going to be your 5th album. Mm-hmm. What are some of the other songs that are going to be on the album that we can look forward to?
Well, it's my 5th record, and it comes out in September. And I wanted to... It's kind of funny because afterwards I realized this is the first record that's not like this huge boy bashing record, which being a teenager and in my 20s, I had, was writing about love and relationships and breakup and whatnot. But this album, there's definitely the subject of love appears many times, but there's a lot of other stuff that I talk about. It's nostalgic, it's looking back, it's reflecting, and there's a lot of summer songs. And so this album, it's not dark, and it's fun, it's diverse, and I tried a few new sounds and styles. Like my song called Hello Kitty is
that's amazing.
I know, it's like my favorite. I love Hello Kitty. It's got like an electronic kind of ish feel, and it's the only song like that I've ever done. So Chad and I have a duet, and it's a ballad. And it's called Let Me Go, and it's the first song that we actually worked on together.
Nice. Making that song, is that sort of where the romance began?
I'm trying to think, like, it's a song that's about the journey in life of relationships, like going through one and not ending and going into a new one. So, like, we were friends when we first started like hanging out writing songs, and we really hit it off, and then we started dating Canada Day, and that's our anniversary.
Perfect. I love that. That's amazing.
I know, I love it too. I was like, sweet, you know what today is? It's freaking Canada Day.
Perfect.
I was like,
for both of
how
you,
awesome is this?
Do you have a title for the new album yet?
Nope.
No. Do you have any ideas?
I should have one. I'm just doing all the artwork right now for it, coming up with the fonts and the colors, and so when I have the pictures and when I figure out what I want the album cover to be, and I think it will come to me then. Nowadays, you can you can be done a record and just put out a single out on iTunes and go straight to radio. So it's the first time I've had the opportunity to kind of take my time with the album title. Mm-hmm. But no, I gotta figure it out
soon.
I know.
Awesome. So the album's coming out in
September.
Great. Well, we're all looking really forward to it. I can't wait.
Thanks.
So let's go back to Chad. Congratulations on your engagement. That's amazing.
Thank you.
How long were you guys actually dating before he popped the big question?
We were together for a month and 8 days.
Wow. Quick.
It was quick. But,
when it's true love, you just know, though, right?
It felt really good, and we're really happy, and our relationship started off like working, and I think that kind of adds a cool element to our relationship, because relationships, they are work, and we're like a team, and we have to go through a lot together. So it's an interesting way to begin, and I think it was good for us.
Yeah. I'm curious about how he proposed.
He proposed in the studio, and I think that's really romantic. I never would have expected that in the studio, but that's where we met. We spent so much time, and then one day I walked in, and he was in the live room, and the live room's the room with the drums and all the instruments. And he got down on one knee, and he had a scrapbook there that said, "Will you marry me?" And I was like, "Oh my God!"
A scrapbook? Oh, that's
because I'd been working on scrapbook with Polaroid. I had a Polaroid camera, and just like of the whole time we were all in the studio, and he put a picture in the book with stickers that said, "Will you marry me?" And I had a picture of him holding the ring, and then he got down on one knee. So it was really romantic.
That's very romantic. Oh, now, did you have any say at all in your ring, or did he totally surprise you with that?
Well, he got it. He picked it out, but I kind of had I like to collect jewelry and big chunky stuff, and I had mentioned a few cool pieces that I have before, and I always would joke and be like, "Yeah, well, when I get married one day, it's gonna have to be a big ring." And I used to always just say that, and ever since I was young, I remember, I can look back at some of my old photo shoots from my first album, and in the Skater Boy video, I used to wear these huge, giant fake rings on my finger, and so it was kind of always this thing I used to joke about. But he did a good job. He picked a really cool ring. It's a pear shape.
So what about the wedding? Is it coming up soon? I know you don't want to tell me the date, obviously. Soonish?
Well, I can't tell you, but I'm planning.
Yeah, you're in the process?
Yeah.
Perfect. One of the things that I really admire about you, Avril, is that I never see you on TMZ. You know what I mean? You're never involved in any of that sort of celebrity drama stuff, you kind of keep a low profile. Is that something that you work really hard at, or is it just a matter of not going to the Hollywood hotspots?
I kind of find that a lot of the magazines and stuff like that they really just talk about people's personal lives. Paparazzi shots are more personal than working. People don't really talk about the good stuff. And they're like, so-and-so sold this many records this week. They don't go into the magazine. They go in, if something happens, or if someone gets married, someone has a kid. I always did try to kind of just keep my personal life more personal. This is the first time, because we worked on this record together, I'm obviously talking about it, and we're getting married. But, it's sometimes they're positive, but most of the time it's a little more negative. And so, I just focus on work, and when there's cameras around when I'm working, and that's when I try to keep it that way.
Perfect. Well, you do a good job at it. So what about, do you and Chad have plans to start a family eventually?
For me, my baby is my record at this stage.
Yeah.
At this stage.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have for you. I want to thank you very much for coming in today, and I wish you the best of luck with your wedding and with your new record, and I can't wait to hear it.
Thank you, Emily.